Hello, my name is Swiss Bianco. In this video we will have a look at the Mora garberg knife. Finally, after 7 years or a bit over 7 years as that knife was new, they had a good sale here in USA of that knife. They had 50% off. The US importer of Mora knives did do that, so I got them relatively cheap. The black color one, the carbon one, was $60. The stainless steel one was $50 and free shipping on top of that, so I did order those knives for test. What we have here is just the two regular versions that are available here in USA. There is a third version made, basically the stainless steel, the silverish color version of the knife in a red color handle and sheath. That knife is not a limited edition, but it's only sold by Mora in Sweden directly. They export to USA, but last time I checked it was 99 euros plus about 20 euros for the shipping over to USA, and that's quite a lot, so that version is not here. I hope they're gonna make one day a green version, a green color version, olive green, maybe even with the black carbon steel blade. That would be pretty nice. But anyway, what we got? So we have the typical boxing you see here. That is the stainless steel version, and here we see the multi-mount sheath. I have to say both were with the multi-mount sheath on sale. And here we see the knife on top, just how it is, and there we have some more informations about the knife. What is a bit strange is that they use the wording recycled stainless steel as a blade material. It's a Sandvik steel in a good quality, but on the advertising they use recycled stainless steel as a blade material, and that is a bit strange. Maybe our days for all those woke liberals that may help if that is recycled, I don't know, but yeah, it did sound a bit strange. Then we have the same packaging for the black one, the carbon steel version that has a DLC, a diamond-like coating on the blade. Basically we see the multi-mount again, and the black blade there, and of course some more information there as well, just about the length and the weight and all that. Now inside, usually it comes like that, so there is no paperwork that shows you how to set up the parts. It just comes with a bunch of Velcro straps, the belt loop strap, and basically the multi-mount part here. So we have basically the knife in the sheath, that multi-mount part and strap part, but no information whatsoever, no paperwork how to set that up. It's relatively easy to set up, but there is a video online, but it's also not linked, so we don't have a QR code or anything that we could click on to see the video. So that is a bit already on the negative side. We have to see there is people that may not know exactly how to set it up, so that should be a bit easier. Now to the parts, we have the knife here with the stainless steel blade, nice injection molded handle on it, good size. We have the lanyard hole, we have the full tang. That's as best as I see, one of the few mora knives with a full tang, actually, that the material goes all the way through the handle. For whoever that is important, that is how that is. We have a typical Scandi grind on the blade with the slightest secondary bevel there where they did sharpen it. The spine is also relatively sharp, so you can use it to start the fire. We have a slight clip point on top there, relatively thick steel compared to the regular mora knives, and all in all really well made for what it is. Then we have the sheath system. Basically the sheath system contains of the sheath here, a typical affair that you have, and there you have two versions of the closure. You can have a strap like this that goes over the knife itself and close it in, so you have the strap that goes over it as a secondary lock. It already locks a bit in the sheath as usual. It's the sheath is set up for left or right hand use, so you can put in the knife either way, no problem at all. Nice sturdy snap there, or you can use the traditional belt loop. It's relatively easy to put that on. We see the dimples on the back side of the sheath, so basically that or the other part goes over it. You press it up and then it snaps into place. So easy setup. To take it off, you simply press it down and take it off. Then we have the multi-mount adapter plate. It looks a bit fragile, but I hope they did test that in Sweden in snow and ice, so that works. Say the dinner parts, say top here where the sheet end gonna be, is a bit fragile. We have parts here that looks relatively thin on the plastic, here also. I'm not sure how long that's gonna last. I hope they did test it well. It's quite a good polymer, how it looks, sturdy and all that. I'm just saying the material is more on the lightweight side. Also, say in this corner here, that is relatively thin. So that's a bit the question. Then you get all those straps and the different top parts there, and then you basically can set it up if you want to use the multi-mount with the multi-mount, or you set it up just simple use with the belt loop there, as we know it. Really simple. Now the multi-mount is a bit different to set up with the different straps, but you have basically the video on YouTube from Mora Knives that show it to you. What we have are basically the 3 slots here, that is for molle use. So the typical molle strap design is used on that too, so you basically can mount that multi-mount to all possible molle compatible parts like backpacks, straps, and whatever you have, pouches, you know, bags. Then we have 3 holes here, so the multi-mount can also be screw mounted wherever you want, to a table, to a furniture inside a car, but then the multi-mount is fixed on the vehicle or wherever you mount it. So I would mount it a bit in a different way. I would use Velcro on the back side, a good portion of Velcro industrial grade Velcro, and then Velcro on the other side, so that you actually can remove the multi-mount with the knife and not without the knife. It's a bit a question how you would set up the knife with that multi-mount system. If you have that knife, if you do it, use it with the multi-mount, please post in the comments in which way you're gonna use the multi-mount, how you set it up, what makes sense for you to have that rather bulky additional system of the multi-mount, because it's a bit, yeah, it's a bit different, you know. If you set it up on fixed on on a car or something, if you set it up fixed on the car or something, you have it fixed on the car or whatever, wherever you molly strap that in, and then how you wanna use it. You can of course just take the knife out and use it like that, but you don't have the sheath that close by, so it's rather on the dangerous side. If you decide to open that strap that unfortunately can come out and get lost, you can take the sheath out and use it with that sheath. The problem is you're not gonna have a belt loop. You're not gonna have a belt loop, so you would have to change. Basically, you have to change to take that strap part off, grab that part wherever you had that part in storage, put that on, and then put it on your belt. So I'm sorry to say it doesn't make too much sense for me. Now the part here would be big enough that they could have make one of those parts with both. So you have the belt loop and that closure strap on top of it on one part, because you need the closure part to hold the sheath additionally in the multi-mount. So you can't, even if it would go through, it would not make too much sense to have it like that, because yeah, it's somehow, I did not yet figure it out how exactly I would set it up and all that. But we see now the positive part of the multi-mount is that if you wanna do a combination of a typical knife with, say, a hard use pry bar like the Rogan, actually Rogan has some pry bars that fit in the multi-mount, so you can you see it's a back and a forth with that thing. It's just doesn't make too much sense. But anyway, it would fit in here to have the Rogan pry bar tool for splitting wood and digging and all that in the multi-mount. The thing would fit in there. Of course, it's the weight is also to be considered. Maybe other things would fit in it too. There below, a plate for a sharpening plate, a sharpener, or what I really miss is a way how we can start a fire. Now there is a additional part similar to this that goes around the sheath about to this level here, that has a sharpening plate and a fire starter, basically the typical style like this. This is custom made, I show that later. And the question is if that attachment mounted will fit in the multi-mount. So if you have both then please post in the comments if that's gonna fit or not. I did not see anything online regarding that, and I don't yet have that that fire making and sharpening attachment for the garberg to test it out myself. So yeah, the sheath system for sure gives you a lot of different options, but yeah, does it make sense? Is it durable enough? That is the question. That is the question. As we come back to the knives, we have two versions, as I did say. The silver one is stainless steel. They say it's a recycled stainless steel. It's a Sandvik stainless steel of a really good quality. Then we have the same with carbon steel with DLC coating, diamond-like coating, a black coating there. The rest of the knife, the sheathing system, the handle is all the same. And as we look, we start with the stainless steel one. The blade finish is rather rough. You see, it's ground with a rather coarse finish of a belt. The same is for the edge. The knife is relatively sharp out of the box, but we see here that the grinding lines that way, and that gives you not the smoothest edge for cutting. So this is not that much of a problem. I'm just not expected that to be like that. As we look at yeah, I would say maybe $8, $10, $12 mora knife, just a regular version, we see the blade finish is way better than by the $100-ish suggested retail mora garberg. Way better. The flat is way smoother, and the edge is way smoother as well. So that is a bit disappointing. I really expected more, better finish. Does that matter for practical use? Only for the cutting edge. Once you resharpen that and polish it up, it should cut better or even better as it is from the factory. Now another detail what was really not too amusing was the lanyard hole. Most of the mora knives doesn't have a lanyard hole for whatever strange reason. That is important, I would say. And we see here, hopefully the camera see that, this hole is already a little bit altered and made a little bit bigger compared to this one that is still the factory size. So lanyards, paracord, all over the world we use paracord. Is it a original US paracord or a Chinese copy? It doesn't matter. The problem is that hole here is just too small to just put a paracord in. You see this side, I made it a bit pointy and it will not go through the hole. Let alone a typical paracord end that is flamed off there, that has a bit of a head on it. That for sure not gonna go in. So I don't know what they did think by mora knives, but that is a pretty big fail. But it's easy to fix if you have a Dremel, if you have a diamond insert. You can then simply Dremel a little bit, just a little bit, and you see how easy even the thick side now goes in it and through it. And this is really important, because if you need a lanyard, you can't fiddle dilly-dally around with such a hole from the factory that it doesn't go in. Of course you can use a thinner cord, but again, like this example, paracord 550, that is really what counts. So yeah, then we have the back side here. that is rather sharp, as we have it in the sheath, and then actually we have 20 minutes, so it's time for part 2 then.